In this video, we go over 5 great pieces of gear under $1,000 for DJs and producers. Find out which ones those are coming up. Thank you for watching PDot TV, where you'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. Now let's get into the video.
First up, we have the tried and true Pioneer Pro DJ DXX2. Now this controller has been around for years now, since its first iteration, and this one just improves upon that. This was Pioneer's first entry into the actual DJ controller market, and still one of the most popular DJ controllers out there, especially for Serato DJ. You get 4 decks, fully featured controller with controls for basically everything in Serato DJ, a nice build quality, and nice output options as well. So if you haven't got a DJ controller already and you want something that's going to be solid and you know that's going to be reliable and you don't want to break the bank, the DXX2 is always going to be a good choice. Here we have the Reloop RMX90 DVS club mixer. This is basically Reloop's version of a club standard layout DJ mixer. Reloop always has some nice build quality on the majority of their items, and this is no different. I like this mixer as an alternative to a Pioneer mixer. If you want a club standard layout but you don't want the Pioneer DJM series, this is probably the closest thing. And on top of that, this has a Serato DJ interface built in. So unlike the Pioneer DJMs, where you're gonna have to buy Serato DJ upgrades like the club kit and the DVS plugin to make it work with Serato, this will work right out the box without having to buy anything extra. And here we have the ElectroVoice VLX 15P. This is actually my favorite bang for buck budget PA speaker. You get a lot of volume, really nice sound for not that much money. So for under $1,000 you can get a pair of these. These are gonna last you for a while. The build quality is great, and like I mentioned, I love the way that these things sound. They sound really full, especially for something at this price point. Not only that, but they look really sharp as well. I like the design of these, the EV logo in the front lighting up, and just the overall like hard edges on these. Really nice and really clean, and I believe that if you're in the market for some new PA speakers, these should definitely be considered. Now I know the Machine MK3 just came out, and that's a little bit cheaper, but if you're looking for something a little bit bigger and something a little bit more in the size and form factor of the old MPCs, especially if you love that whole jog wheel and you want a bigger one that feels more like the old school MPC jog wheels, the Machine Studio is still a great choice. The 2 color screens, all the extra controls that you don't really get on the MK3, you get in this one. So instead of having to shift function to a lot of other things, you get the ability to just have actual tactile buttons for that. And I do love the fact that it comes with the kickstand, so you can angle it again like how the MPCs were back in the day, where you know it's more at an angle than laying flat. And unlike the MK3, if you want that kind of feature, you'd have to buy a separate stand. This one has it built in. So still with this, right under 800 bucks, and for $200 you can still get a nice audio interface that'll match this thing and get the whole package of the audio interface as well as the machine and the controller, all for under 1,000 bucks. And finally, for right about $1,000 you can get 3 of these Roland Boutique synthesizers. So in this example I have the TR-08, which is the 808 clone. The layout's basically the same thing as the 808, and it sounds great and you get a lot of control, and it still feels a lot like how the 808 feels. And right here we have the D05, which mimics one of the most iconic, you know, digital synthesizers from the 80s. And here we have the JP08, which is a clone of the legendary Jupiter synth as well. So for right about $1,000 you can get 3 really nice sound modules that can give you, you know, a range of different sounds and a range of different classic synthesizers. So these are just 3 examples, but Roland's been putting out a bunch of these boutique modules, everything from a Juno to now the SH01, and just there's so many options and they're priced so well. So for under 1,000 bucks you can get 3 great synths.
So that's a look at 5 great pieces of gear under $1,000 for DJs and producers. If you're interested in purchasing any of those, links can be found down below in the description. And as always, if you found this video useful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click right here to subscribe to this channel. Or if you'd like to watch more content, go ahead and click on that video right there. And thank you for watching PDot TV, where you'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. See you next time.